And yeah, it's very nice to see everyone here, and it's like there are plenty of people here. I suppose like 100 people who are joining us for Genius Talk. And thank you for coming. And also thank you for the ones who's like their first time to join us here. I see there's Ganda. And well, yeah, there are like lots of others. And then as mentioned before, that Aaron Moshano is going to be the speaker for today, and then will be speaking about he'll be speaking about planning for achievement. And I'm just gonna give the floor and time for Aaron to explain more about this. So please welcome Aaron, everyone, and please give him applause. Thank you.
Should I use? Hey guys, how you doing? How's everyone feeling? I like that. Let's try that with that one. How's everyone feeling? Okay, someone else still didn't get it. Let's try with that one. How's everyone feeling? I'll do this all day. No, just kidding. Well, welcome. I'm a little bit fired up, but I'm always fired up. But I'm more fired up because this morning, believe it or not, I caught up with some of my ideal clients who are, some of them are here. Jennifer Gant, you didn't come because I know you're busy, but she would have been there. And we have what we call a mastermind. What's that? You know what? Who knows what a mastermind is? Okay, she's coach too, so she knows. Let me tell you what she was going to say, but probably should say it a lot smarter. There's a great book. Please write it down. I'm a walking library. I read over 60 books a year. That's intense, but I have no friends, so it's okay. But one of the oldest classic books is called Think and Grow Rich. Think and Grow? Good, because I want you to get it. It's so old, but a lot of what I'm sharing is coming from there. Okay, I better get onto this workshop because that's not what this is about. But short story, his name is Napoleon Hill. Thank you, see? You don't have to be smart. Teamwork makes the dream work. Napoleon Hill wrote this book, and it was just one of the best books. It's probably #7 most read book in the world for the last 2 million years. No, it's just old. I don't know how many years it is. But the reason why I want you to get that is he talks about some concepts of what makes a wealthy person, and it's partly connected to why we're all here, of course. But why I want to impress upon you the mastermind is I'm not that smart, but what I do, I think, better than most people is when I hear a concept and it's been tested, I just execute. I don't challenge, question, or I'm not that smart. Remember I said that. So maybe I have this insecurity to go, oh, they know better, so I'll just trust them and I'll do that, yeah? But usually when I do that, it tends to work. So one of the best things I encourage you guys to do is look for a mastermind group of people, because it does 3 things. Number 1, it makes you feel that this business thing, you don't have to do it alone. Who feels a little bit alone out there? Okay, me too. See? But then number 2 is you know, you could try and solve your own issues, but who's ever been in the issues so deep you don't know how to get out? Or you're just in this funk of thinking negative or scarce or whatever. Yeah, but imagine now you meet someone else who's doing a little bit better than you in the business, and you meet them once a month and they go, hey, you can do better, man. Here's what I'm doing that's working. And then you try it and boom, everything changes. That's the second reason. Third reason is you meet someone just crushing it. Just what? They're like crushing it in business. They're annoying. They're high-level energy like me. They're barking. You can do it. Walk on fire. Tony Robbins. Yay. And you're like, I hate that person. Yeah? But then you get so frustrated with that happy-go-lucky person that you go out just to make a point that you can do it too, and that makes you as successful as them. You know what I mean? So masterminds have a beautiful way of helping you collaborate, keep the tempo, because every month we have one with my clients, but I'm not saying join ours. You can if you want, but it's in Legian. Too far for some people. But I'm so excited because I go in there to serve, but guess what? You two gave me so much back. We tested some stuff out. We went deeper because there was few of us. It was just very intimate. And, you know, I could be myself and make some stupid jokes that are probably socially inappropriate. But they can't judge me because they can't run away on the program. You know. So I recommend you at least do one thing. Write that book down. It's the most boring book you're ever going to read. But try and get some of the concepts out of them. And one of them is the mastermind group. So I was there this morning because I didn't just want to read about it. I wanted to create. I wanted to what? So do me a favor. If you don't get anything more out of today, don't just listen to my information. Get 20% that you need, throw away the 80, because I just rant, I'm an African, we do that. But that 20%, execute. What's the word? Planning can be simple, but I can tell you, 80% of you, I have to kick you a little bit to make you execute. But don't go execute everything I'm sharing. I'm sharing 100%, but it's actually targeting 20% of you. If that makes sense, I cover everyone. You know what I mean? So, but do me a favor, if you want to know how I take notes and how I coach my clients to take notes, is you hear me talking, or any speaker for that matter, imagine an A4 piece of paper. Oh, we used to have a board. I'm a trainer more than a speaker. Anyway, so imagine an A4 piece of paper, yeah? Then on the right-hand side of the column at the edge, just imagine like a ruler worth of space. Add at the top, to do. Add what? And then the rest, just make it, oh, that's a good point, that's a good point, oh, yeah, yeah. And then you go, oh, that's good. Then you move it to do. So by the time I finish, or 10 years from now, you'll be like, did I do these to do things? See, so one of them is Think and Grow Rich. Buy the book, download it, audio it. I don't care. That's a to-do. You get it? Is that helpful? Cool. Okay, I better stop coaching. Let's move. Yes. Ooh, say that again, Lisa. I love you.
Hey guys, there's a free PDF if you search online for Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. If not, I've got a copy. If not, I've got a copy.
Okay, she's got a copy, so everyone buy a coffee and you can get her copy. In Indonesian, gratis. Okay, it's free online. Just Google and you can get a PDF for free because it's so old. Okay. I don't know where I was going with that. Where was I going with that? I don't know. It doesn't matter. Okay, so planning for achievement. Who's here for planning for achievement? It's about like goal setting, changing your life, all that kind of stuff. Okay, cool. If you're not here for that, just stick around. It's going to be amusing at least. So here's how I start my workshops. Before I do, Julie, could you time me for an hour of power? Okay, good. Let's start. What time is it now? 1:15 almost. Give me an extra minute. She doesn't let me off the hook. Okay, 16 minutes?
4:15.
Okay.
And then you will be speaking for the next 50 minutes.
Okay.
And I will be like giving you signs.
Yes,
Okay.
boss. Okay, thank you. See?
Thank
you
you.
need a team. Okay, thank you. So, politically incorrect. Jennifer, what does that mean? You can stand up and introduce yourself in your plan. 1, 2. I take that, you take that. Yep. Okay.
Hi, I'm Jennifer. I hope. Okay. I help women who feel frustrated with fashion, and so politically incorrect means to pretty much say the truth of things that can be brutally honest. It's not always the easiest thing to hear, but it's absolutely the truth, and it's kind of refreshing to hear that actually. Yeah.
Okay. Did anyone hear what she said about politically correct? Incorrect? Yes, no, maybe? Okay, so basically the examples are this. Obama's my hero. I love the guy. He says the best things. It's so nice in your ears. Fellow Americans, you know, equal opportunity, racial discrimination should be crushed. We all need to. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Everyone's in. Why? His agenda is to get as many votes as he can because he's a democratic politician. Now, it's not a bad thing. It's not a strategy. I think he's genuinely a nice person. I'm yet to meet him. I'm 2 degrees from meeting him. But the point is, in his business, if he doesn't get you to like what he's saying, you're not going to vote for him. Yes or yes? Good. Now, in coaching, there's a bit of a problem. If I get you to like me, but you don't go act on the things I'm talking to you about, you're not going to be successful. It's just nonsense. So I choose politically incorrect because I just want to tell you the truth about the reality of the market. Is that okay? Some of you are nodding, but you don't know what I'm going to say. So a perfect example for the Aaron, not Obama, but Aaron would say things like, I think there's equal opportunity in this world, the modern age. However, it's still probably more challenging for women to be financially successful in business. Yes or yes, ladies? Because you might have to work 2 times harder than a man. Yes or yes, ladies? That's just how it is. Now, is it nice or not nice? Political, let's go UN thing. I get it. We need to do that to progress. But at the moment, it's still going to be harder for you guys to build this business versus us. So I can't say it's the same. It's not. Is this making sense? But you need to hear that because if you were my client, I would expect you to work harder than the guys in the programs. Is this making sense? So that you can just get to the same level of success financially. Here's another one. Indonesians, Africans, Indians, developing country people who don't look a certain way, it's just harder to build trust in the West. Yes or yes? There it is. It's just the way it is. So us chocolate-colored people have to work 10 times harder than you vanilla people. Okay? Now, I wish someone told me that early. I would have worked anyway, but I had a false expectation. I had a false what? So here's what I was telling my crew this morning. You guys don't have an achievement problem. You have an alignment problem. You need to be aligned with what it takes to build this business. Is this making sense? So part of it is why I come across this way, because I can say, hey, I think coaching is amazing. You guys go, so many coaches in Bali, everybody's a coach, you just need to be unemployed. True, I know, I'm sorry. But I'm not here to offend anyone. I just like coaching. It's my thing. It's my, the New York thing. Shtick. I like that. I'm going to use that. See, I told you I'm a student, Emma. You better be careful what you download with me. So it's my shtick. That's in New York, so I got to launch just to test that out. Anyway, so if everyone's okay with me being politically incorrect, say aye. The ones that aren't, I'm telling you, it's time to leave. I don't want to waste your time. Now, see, that's a, oh my God, what do you mean, Aaron? No, it's just I don't want to waste your, I don't want to waste your time. I really value your time. I think you guys are the most important people in your life. Who would agree? Please, everyone, put up your hands. Otherwise, you got issues. Yeah? But if you're the most important person in your life, you better value yourself. Then if you do and you don't want me to be politically incorrect, which is what I am, ask anyone who's part of the Genius crew, I'm just like straight in your face. Let's go for it. Because I want you to grow. I'm not doing it to hurt you. I want you to grow. We're talking about that today. I really want people to succeed. It's so my mission thing, and I'll explain that later. So everyone stand up. And then I'm still going to ask you to make a vote. If you're standing up, stand up with your babies. Okay? I want you to meet someone you don't know and just say, hey, my name is such and such. This is my business. I'm here to learn this from whatever you think this workshop is going to be about. Just one thing. Don't share like days of our lives. You got time later. So one person you haven't met. Go. I'll give you a couple minutes. Shoot away. God forbid it's networking. Yes. And if you're Indonesian, you have to speak to a bule. Sorry. So what's the one thing you want to get out of today? What's the one intention you have for today? That's the question. All right, thank you. Everyone got a seat because I have little time. Oh, makasih. Is that mine? All right, cool. Who met someone interesting? Please, everyone, put up your hand because that'll be awkward. All right, great. They're like, what do you mean? I'm not interested. Yeah, okay. So you probably notice I like to have fun. I like to have what? Guys, if you don't enjoy your business, get out, get a job. Seriously. It's so hard to build a business. So hard. Don't listen to these people. Business is easy. I don't know those people. They're probably in the top 2% of weird people from Mars. For most people I meet, it's hard. But here's my point. It's also very rewarding if you have fun with the hard. That's right. She knows what I'm talking about. Because you're going to do it anyway. Might as well enjoy it. Right? Anyway, it's another workshop. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about the big problem. There is a problem. People go, no, in Ubud, no problems here, our chakras. There is a problem. I'll tell you why later. Then we're going to talk about focus goals, because there's a big difference between just doing these goal settings. I've done them, reading The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Who's read that book? Amazing. You see, there's another to do. You better be fast with me. I'm a walking library. God forbid you read all these books and then you never need me for $5,000 per, I don't know, whatever I charge. Doesn't matter. Just get the book, gratis. Okay. Ayo. So, how to achieve the impossible? Who'd like to do more? What is impossible? Let's just say you're making 500,000, you want to make 1 million. That's impossible. So you want to achieve that. That's what this is about. Okay? Or whatever you want to achieve. Yeah. And then where to start? So let's do this in 25 minutes. Cool. So let's talk about the problem. I really didn't want to put this slide, but my coach kicked my ass. My bum. Sorry. Haram. Kicked my bum. And he says, listen, Aaron, if you don't accept or take responsibility that you have a problem, you won't have the power to fix it. And I was like, oh, okay. So there is a problem. And we're just talking from that space because I need you guys to kind of be honest with yourselves and say, well, what is my problem right now before we engage in this goal setting planning thing? Because if you don't acknowledge a problem, there's no incentive to change. Yes or yes? So you need to start there. Doesn't mean you camp there like some of us did. Just start there. So let me tell you a couple of problems that are already around. And this is connected to business, of course. This is an Apple Watch. My very handsome man over there had one. You have an Apple Watch? Was that an Apple Watch I was checking out? So hot. Yeah, I check him out. He's a very handsome person, but anyway, he knows what I'm talking about. Anyway, so the point is, back to why he's talking to me, I'm watching his watch. I'm just into Apple stuff. Hey, look at you, I missed you. All right, so anyway, she's my youngest client. Yeah, so I'll come and give you a hug later. So the point is, I don't know what the point is. She's totally derailed me. So good to see you. Oh, my God. Okay, we're going to talk. We got movies. Okay, sorry, I had a moment. Back to the watch. Can you imagine? As you all know, on the Apple phone, you can download any app, right? You can get an app on health. You can get an app on goal setting. You can get an app on dating. You can get an app on. So technology is really developed. Yes or yes? Advancement, all this sort of stuff. That's good. So people now can get into business for basically nothing. Yeah? Anyone could be an entrepreneur. You just need to be unemployed. You know, that's good because technology is there to help us. But here's the problem. This is what I'm trying to tell you. You need to see things in duality. The problem is, if you want to work for me. That's my singing voice. Don't let it break you. Yep. It just always happens with me, huh? Okay. So there's a disengagement from that technology. This is why it probably doesn't work. Bisa? Okay. So 87, studies are being shown that we're more disconnected as a society. We're more disconnected as a world. We're so on these things, clicking, liking, but we're disconnected. And the problem with that in business is just because you have an app and you know it can scale, doesn't mean you have anything worth selling. Did you hear me? You people who are sitting on mobile phone apps all the time. I'm not saying anything is wrong with them, but you have to connect it to the end user. You have to connect it to the end, which is a human being. If you don't have that connection, you're going to have a problem there. This way, maybe. Hello. Well, the button's clicking. It looks flashy. Okay, I'm just going to do it manually. Number 2 problem. Because self-employed, unemployed people are now entrepreneurs, we're actually failing faster and we're failing higher. Now, it used to be like 60% failure rate in the first 12 months. It's now 75%. Why? Anyone can just download and start a business. So I just need you to know there's a problem out there in the market. We are technologically advanced. We are all these things. But what I want to challenge you to think about is it really the money issue? Because there's more money being funded. These are all seed funded $1 million and above businesses are still failing. Yeah? So it can't be a money issue as to why your goals aren't working. It can't be a technological issue as to why your business isn't working, so you need more apps and programmers and whatever story I hear from some people. You understand what I'm saying? I just want to debunk some things because we're still going higher on the failure rate in today's market. So something else is the problem. Is this making sense to everyone? I just want you to think about it before you give me your excuses as to why you think it's not working. Here's what I think is the problem. Models of reality. Models of? Imagine if you want to make money, but your parents told you money doesn't grow on trees, and if you're religious, money is evil. You have a big problem. Because the only thing that's going to keep you in business one more day is sales. You make that sale, you have one more day in business operations because you can afford to keep going. Think about that. I know people are, oh, Aaron, that's good. Yeah, it's not my idea. I just got it from my coach, but stick with it. Now, if you have a problem with sales because you think sales is bad or it's evil, or you see these old school used car salespeople and that's the reputation and you don't want to manipulate people, you're not going to sell. You're not going to make the money because you're going to go to hell, so you're not going to build your business. You see the problem there? So you need to start looking at your models of reality, and this is why I love when I went to Europe. I went into these 3D things. Who's tried these 3D cam experiences? It's so awesome. You put this thing on, it's 360, and you can paint anything. Like, it's just paint everywhere. I painted myself an African costume. I painted a really stick person, and I started jumping into it. People are like, this guy's off his head. I was. It's because I had a different model of reality. But was that experience not true? Audience? Friends? Was it true or not true? Which one is it? Not true? What if I challenge you that this is not true? Because I'm telling you something, but if I use the word love, you will go back to your past experiences. I don't know what that means to you. Me, it could mean a dog. If I say the word money, some of you it's positive, some of you it's negative, depending on your background, history, blah, blah, blah. So can you see how that's affecting your business 80%? Is this making sense? You have to first write it down on your to-do list. Question your models of reality. Because if you don't start there, no strategy Aaron Moshano will give you today will help you. Because it's like the Titanic and the iceberg. You're just seeing my strategies, which is 20%, but 80% is the stuff you're thinking about that your parents told you that you couldn't do about what, because you're a woman, you're too old, too young, too tall, and then you're not motivated. So think about that very seriously as we go. And quick short story, this is me 2000. Look at this. 2000, that's 18 years ago. I still have the same smile. I'm probably a little bit younger, you know. No, but the point is, I thought I was a high achiever. Why? I was a farm boy from Africa. I just outworked all my kids in Africa, so I had a reputation. I had a what? That I could work hard. I thought that was enough. Then I moved to Australia. I have to learn how to wash dishes in a commercial place, and now I feel like a failure again. So it's like up, hello. It's like up and down, yeah? But my model of reality was appropriate for the farm in Africa, but it was not appropriate for the commercial world in the West. I didn't speak English. I was a refugee. I didn't even know being black was a problem in some communities I worked in. You don't understand what I'm talking about. You know what it's like to be maybe in a man industry and women aren't welcome. It doesn't matter. It's the same story, same shit. Oh. Same stuff. Anyway, they know. They're censored. I tested it with a mom. Okay. So, I just can't use the F for the other words, yeah? Okay. So, this is 2000. So, I worked really hard, changed my model of reality, got a little bit Australian. You're from Australia? Yeah? Whereabouts? Gold Coast. Whereabouts? Eleonora. I love Avoca. Avoca's my place. You know Avoca? Yeah. Oh, you're in Gold Coast. Oh, sorry, my bad. Eleanor, I don't know, but I almost went there. Anyway, point is, I thought you were Central Coast. I don't know why I heard that. Okay. Anyway, Australia is awesome. Made me who I am today. This English can be Australian, can be anything, but I learned it in Australia. I love that country. So many opportunities, but so many red tapes. Yes? Drives me freaking insane. But it's all good. Point I'm making, guys, is I found myself a guru. I found myself a who? Guru is like mentor. This guy spoke Chinglish, but he had 2 years in dishwashing experience that I didn't have. And thank God he had time for me. He taught me what he knew. But guess what? I came with my farm work ethic. So my question to you is, what are your transferable skills? What have you done up to the point when you've met me today, here, now? Are you using that to your advantage, or are you beating yourself about because you don't have the qualification for la, 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 la? You're missing the point. So here's an economic word for you. Are you ready for the formula? Who's ready for the formula? I'm downloading, like, yeah? Cool. Here it is. It's gone. Here it is. No, it's gone. It's really gone. Yeah. Skills make you more valuable in the marketplace. Nothing in there says qualifications. You can cut a tree down. Bad example, but it's the only one I've got right now. You can cut a tree down with an axe. It might take you 4 hours. You get a chainsaw, takes you 30 seconds. Skills. because the person wants the tree. They don't want to know if you're qualified to hold the machine. And so many of us miss the point. Business is all about production. It's all about, that's it. Stop talking about it. Produce. So I produced. My work ethic made me learn how to do the dishes, but because I had work ethic, I learned how to do this. Then before you know it, 1 year I was running the whole restaurant, cashing in $10,000 for my restaurant owner guy, running the whole company, connecting with amazing people like you from all over the world, learning languages. And I'm cashing this in and I'm working hard and I'm like, this guy is not even here and I'm banking $10,000 a week for this cat. I'm going to get into business. That's how it started. I didn't even know about this entrepreneurship stuff. It's just send money home, and I knew it cost me money to go to uni. That's it. And I knew the dishes wasn't going to cut it. So I was looking for opportunities, okay? But something interesting happened. I'm so good as a student. I learned how to do that. And then I went, hey, more refugees can benefit. So I started a training company, made my first $1 million. Then I lost it. Started a property company, made my whatever $1 million. Then I lost that. But at that time, guys, I had such a big head, you couldn't fit it anywhere. Actually, I was like Superman syndrome. You just, whatever color the Porsche came in, I'll buy it. You know. And I'm not saying this to be to be arrogant. I'm saying this that I was also the most unhappiest person I've ever known myself to be. So here's something to empower you before I give you some tools. Money doesn't make you happy. Fulfillment does. So you better know what fulfills you, because Porsche wasn't it for me. Model wife wasn't it for me. Beach, you know Bondi Beach? Yeah? Shay? Is it Shay? Can my eye see you, bro? Sherry, sorry, Sherry. It looks like a Shay, but that's an R. Okay. So, as Sherry knows Bondi Beach, it's a little bit fancy town. You know, now. I had a house right on the beach. I was 25 years old. Didn't know what to do with myself. You know? But the point is, I was miserable. I had friends I probably bought. You know, so what am I trying to say? I'm not a success story. It's just I was so low on my self-esteem because all this African people are poor mentality was still going on in my head, and I sabotaged. By 2012, I was homeless. By 2012, I was divorced. By 2012, I had no friends. Thank you for being my friend. You know, my people. 2012, I actually experienced depression as an African that was foreign. I was alone sleeping in Victoria Park. Yeah? So I involve everyone. This is just like an African story going on here. But I overdosed on drugs. You wouldn't even know what I took that day. I was so ashamed because I lost my son, who was the most important person to me in my life. Okay? And the reality was too painful for me to deal with. So I tried to kill myself, probably. I didn't even know I was trying to do it, but obviously I wasn't intending to wake up. This crazy homeless guy called Dave found the photo, somehow resuscitated me. He's never brushed his teeth for years. Look at his teeth. It's terrible. Somehow got me through. I threw up all the stuff that I took down. And he says, brother, you need to connect with nature. So he took me to this forest. I never forget this photo. Saved my life. But here's something I want to challenge you on now. I was so ashamed. People go, well, what happens at the end of your life? I'll tell you what happens. I haven't spoken about this. I'll tell you what happens. You start to question the life you've actually lived. You start to question things. So it's not answers you're actually after. You start to ask questions. So I'm going to give you a couple of questions to think about right now. Number one, I started asking myself, did I really live my life? Or was I just talking about it to everyone because I'm a good salesperson by that time? Number two, did I really love my son? And he was going to remember me as a suicidal father? Oh, that hurt. Number three, did I make a difference to those people I was making more money for and it didn't mean anything to me because I had forgotten what it's like to focus on my local community? Those three questions was the turning point. She asked me earlier. What is it for you? And do you need to be suicidal? Because I'm telling you, you need to start building necessity. You need to start building what? Because the necessity will make you really take action on what I'm trying to inspire you guys to think about. It's just I had a death experience to wake up to myself and say, enough. Woo, goosebumps. Sure. because my son matters. And from there, the game changed. I just started attacking life. Attacking is an understatement. It's like, have you ever? No, that's an inappropriate example. Don't worry, let's move on. So I went back to my community, 2014. Look at the dates. That was my first workshop, and these were with juvenile prison parole kids in Australia. You know, these refugee people with ice and drugs. I went there, started just leadership skills for employment. It was intense. They'll tell me things, they'll try and stab me in the prisons. It didn't matter. I was like, you are my future kid. There's no way. I'm not going to be a good example for you. So that's where I learned my tough love. Because these guys just respect the street. Okay? But look at this. I had coaching. So I'm sorry, I sell coaching like it's going out of fashion. It's just it changed my life. I couldn't get out of my own mess. I needed a support network. Thank you. But what I loved, what my coach said, which is a little bit different to what's the norm. People say fake it till you make it. That didn't feel authentic to me. What I'm trying to inspire you to think about is fake it till you become it. Because I'm no longer the same person I used to be back then. I'm now the person I've always dreamt to be. And not just for myself, for my son, for my clients, for the world, for my parents, for everyone. Is this making sense? But I wasn't this person. So no offense to personality that says just be who you are. That's not good enough if you want to play a big game, guys. It's not good enough if you set goals with me today and you say you want to make $1 million, you got to become a millionaire. You understand? And millionaires don't complain about Donald Trump. They're too busy making money. Millionaires don't complain about Mount Agung. They build their business. Millionaires don't care if they're Indonesian, woman, black, white, language. They're crushing it. Millionaires don't care about qualifications. Millionaires don't care about their disabilities. Millionaires like me don't give a shit about who you think you were. I give a shit about who you're going to become. Gent, right? Right. That's it. So spare me the bullshit. Be great. I better move on. But you get my point? It's just I can give it to you because you've seen my photos. I'm not coming from theory. I'm telling you, you got to increase the necessity. You have to find out what is it inside that's going to make you want to change. And until you know that, no strategy today is going to help you. No motivation from Aaron Moshano is going to help you. No money will help you. No investor, no app, nothing. Fake it till you become it. Fake it till you? Who resonated with that? Say yes. Okay, some of you are like, I don't know, because I'm like Tony Robbins motivation on Euro. No, I don't do the yes thing. I don't care. You need to engage it in your body first before it works up here. That's why they do that shit. Yeah, they might sell you shit, but I've got nothing to sell, so that's up to you. Anyway, so I just started attacking. I was like, okay, how far can I go? I built a coaching business. It grew from Melbourne, Sydney, Queensland. I was in Queensland University speaking there in front of like 1,000 people. Oh my God, I was like, oh, this is intense. I was like, look at this guy speaking. He was a drug dealer. You know, did I just say that? I did. Okay, so the point is, I'm having fun becoming this person I want to be, not for you guys, for my son. That's all that matters to me. So nobody can say boo to me anymore. No bank account can say boo to me anymore. No one who thinks, I don't care what you think. One day he's going to remember I was here. That's all that matters. So my question to you, everyone, what matters? To get you out of your own shit story. Because all of us have one. But the point is, who cares? I don't. Just go out there and crush it. 2018, I went and expanded into all these countries. I'm a farm boy from Africa. And I'm speaking with the Dutchies, Norwegians, freaking, I'm like, yeah, reverse colonization, let's go. You know, they're like, what do you mean by that? You know, but they're like human beings too, right? They have problems too, right? They have stories too, right? That's all this business thing is about. Stop impressing people and start expressing yourself. Is this making sense what I'm saying? Cool. That's it. We all get that. But we make it about the business plan. I don't get it. Don't get it. Oh, yeah. Then, wherever I go, ANIMA stands for soul. It's about the local market. Organic cold press business because health matters. I just built that now. I was talking to someone. We're building like crazy projects down there. No red tape in Indonesia. I'm going to take over an island and do this. I don't know. But local focused, rehabilitating that. It's exciting. I'm a farm boy, remember? That's a farm project. It comes naturally to me. So back to what I asked you before. What are your transferable skills? What were you born great at or had to do as a kid? Chances are you'll be natural in it in your business. You need to think about that. Don't go build an app. It takes 10 years to learn it. Go do what you're already good at. As a start. Well, it depends. Get a coach too. So, focused. Goals. Let's talk about last year. Who here had a great year last year? Do I have 20 minutes or 15 now? Okay, good. Perfect. Yep. What did you learn about yourself last year? This is a powerful question. I used to just set goals and, oh yeah, achieve them, have a party. No. What did you learn about yourself last year? I'm going to share 3. Who'd like to see my top 3? I mean, yes, last year we went 10x. My business just went boom, And I was like, whoa. But the things I learned about myself. Number 1, commitment hurts, but it always pays off. I had to break up with people, lose contracts. I had to, lose very good staff. My heart still, I love people. But here's my question to some of you holding on to shit. Just because something is good doesn't mean it's right. It's easy to quit something that's not working. But what about when it is? Tough stuff. Try that for Sunday. Take your time with your ambition. Gent's success is different to Jennifer's. They're both on my program. Gabby's on my program. These are amazing individuals, very talented, but different skill sets. They're going to achieve at a different pace. You understand what I'm saying? So do me a favor. If you get yourself a coach, make sure they understand your time. Make sure they understand what? Your time is different. So don't go watch a Steve Jobs movie for an hour and a half and think he became a billionaire in an hour and a half. The dude's been at it for 22 years. And he was programming before it was cool. So if you're doing it for cool, you can't compete. You just can't. I've been speaking in my villages from 5. I don't need to go for NLP training. My grandmother was an example because she had to look after 1,400 of us. That's an intense woman. So talk about power and leadership for women empowerment. I think I know a little bit more about what the responsibilities are if you want that sort of gift. That's just my impression, but take it or leave it. 3, maintain your self-care. I told you, it's not just about the money. I learned that, guys. You need to look after yourself. You don't believe me? There was a great billionaire, the guy who owned the casinos. Before, he died a billionaire, and he said he would have given away all his wealth to get his health back. What's the point of all this if you're not going to look after yourself? So daily routines, look after your health. It's very important. Is this helpful? This is last year lessons for me. So check yourself as well on this. Next. Limit social media and bad news. Ogun was a good story. People are like, have you seen what's happening? Oh my God, look. I'm like, oh, no, I'm going to go be positive with my staff because they're not going anywhere. This is their land. I'm going to work there with them. I'm sorry, I'm not going to listen to that. I'm here to build a business long term. Now, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just trying to tell you, you don't need bad news. You're going to get it from your customers anyway. Why are you going out there to get it? You don't have the energy. But you need to be in the know. Really? How is being in the know about Ogun going to help you exactly in your business? Right now in this moment. Because I have clients who made more money because of Ogun. The supplying filters, Jerome. He crushed it. So not all bad things are made equal. So here's a couple of things to workshop on today. Number 1, what sort of money do you guys want to make this year? Please make it per month. What's your intention? What's your what? Number 2, what's going to fulfill you? Remember I talked about this. Set some goals this year. Please don't just make it about money because trust me, you need the motivation. So what are you going to do this year that's going to actually fulfill you? Because that's where you get your inspiration and energy to build your business. Number 3, what do you actually love in life? I don't have friends, but I have amazing, what's the word? Amazing clients. These guys that just float my boat. Like, we catch up for dinner, we go for dance, we do all sorts of crazy stuff. I was talking to Julie about this, about, what's different about the way I see things. It's just I'm curious about different ways of doing things. and whatever works for me, I put it as, yep, that's my reality. So I just experiment with all sorts of weird things. But I like creating tribes in businesses because tribes do more than just transact. Yeah? Is that making sense? Up to you, but food for thought. So let's define what a goal is. Specific things you can achieve in a specific period. Let me just tell you what that means. I gave you the specific things. I'm like, set things in these 3 areas. But that's not a goal. A goal then comes down and goes, okay, when do you want to achieve it by? Who here has wanted to write a book? Me too. Never happened until my coach said, you've got 1 year. Game changed. And it's funny, I couldn't do it for myself, but I was so scared of my coach. Some of you know where I get that from. Just petrified about how he would feel about me not achieving it for him. And it's not even about him, you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't care. But I care that he cares, you know? And it's, so I was like, I wrote the whole thing. Now I'm like 3 books strong, 1 more to come this year. And now he says, March. I'm like, okay. But I enjoy that challenge. Some of you are not there yet with your relationships with people. Find someone you can trust that you can be accountable to. It's so powerful. Here's why. Write this down. You can't see the picture when you're in the frame. You just can't. So stop trying. It's not working for you in the gym. Or how do you think it's going to work in business? I'm going to lose weight this year. And you don't go to the gym. But the coach goes, what are you? I'm coming. Okay, cool. It's called accountability. So here's the 2 ways. There's means goals and there's end goals. So hopefully I'll give you guys a, what did we call it this morning? A mind shift on how to think about this. Guys, means goals don't work. And some people hate me for this, but it's true. What are means goals? When you say, I'm going to get a degree so I can get a good job, so I can get happy. That is already dangerous. What if you don't get there? Or what if, like me, you get to the end of law, you go and work in a law firm, and I just hated the values. She laughs because we're fellow lawyers. You feel me? But she did it twice. Double masters. But she's smart. Yeah? So, let me explain my theory. Is that okay? This is just my perception. I could be completely wrong. Take it or leave it. But I'm just telling you based on statistical analysis of fulfillment. So, this is what means goals does. You go and do what your parents, family, society is doing, and then you go retire with a turkey over here, and then you spend the next 5-10 years retire and enjoying your money, because you got to make the money at the end. I say bullshit. But if you say, okay, Aaron, I like the bullshit, what's the option? What's the alternative? You got to go for end goals. End goals say, I'm going to be happy now, and I'm going to try everything I can to be great. But if that's the goal, you don't do things to get to somewhere. You do things to grow in the moment. So you start taking on challenges. And trust me, you just might end up homeless, divorced. I'm not saying you should, but there is no security. So write this down. In greatness, no security. None, zero. But let me ask you this question now. Is there security in building a business? Is there any guarantees you're going to be successful in business? The answer is statistically proven, no. No. You can do all the right things and still fail. You can do all the wrong things and still succeed. I've seen it all. But here's what I'm trying to say. I've met some rich people in business that are so unhappy. And I met some poor people in business that are crushing it there, fulfilled at $50,000 a year. So my question to you is, you better know where your fulfillment level is. So why are you trying to build a Donald Trump business when you should build a Mother Teresa business? That's my challenge to women in this room. Why? Yeah, but we need more money for security. Depends on your lifestyle. Depends on your choices and fulfillment. Is this helpful? I'm telling you this doesn't sell tickets, but I'm not here to sell you tickets. I'm doing okay. But you better know your game. I think there's an African saying translated, don't walk into the forest until you have a map. Does that translate? I don't know where that came from. Somewhere. Whatever. Take it. So here's the tool. 10. Yeah, I'm going to make it. Ha! Cha! Okay, so let's get on to it. Here's what I give my clients for a lot of money. You're getting it for gratis. Some of you, for that reason, you won't do anything with it. But 20% of you, my people, just get a fresh piece of paper, get 3 columns down, write experiences, growth, and contribution. This is how you mean goals. Then ask yourself, what do you want to experience in 2018? Me, I have a ton adventure. I want to learn these things. I want to grow my business. I want to do this. I want to, I don't know, fly to Mars. Doesn't matter. Whatever. all there. But here's my question then. What are you prepared to do? So let's just go with business because that's why we're all here. Let's say you want to make an extra $2,000 a month. Okay, you need to sell better, so you better grow in selling. Yes, Jennifer? But you got to ask yourself, what does that look like? What do you need? What coaching do you need to get? You know, be strategic with this stuff. And then do me a favor. If you make an extra $2,000, 10% donate it to some Indonesian charity somewhere. There's not enough of that going on. I don't make money for myself. I'm ambitious because I know I can give away more. That pause was on purpose. I'm ambitious because I want to give away more. So, let me challenge some of you. Most wealthy people I know, maybe not you because you see them on TV. I'm talking you know them. You go to their homes. They're bigger contributors by dollar and time. These two criterias is why I think everyone should be successful. Most people complain, yeah, rich people, rah, rah, rah. The fact is they have more money, more time. They make projects continue even after they're dead. Don't believe me? Dale Carnegie, Think and Grow Rich, $1 million goes to charity. He's been dead more than 20 years. So save me the bullshit. They're bigger contributors. Don't believe me? Go meet one and just live with them for a month. Change your perspective. It changed mine. Because my father said, they're all drug dealers. And That's a poverty mindset. How do you know? I said, do you know any? No. So I watched it on. Okay. 5 minutes, I better run. So how do you achieve? I won't go into this too much, but I want you to take a photo because this is the gift if you stay in the zone. If you stay in the what? Stay in the zone. I've given you 7 tools already, so don't say, Aaron just talked. There's 7 tools I've given out so far, and most of you are missing it because you're kind of entertaining yourself with this information. I'm a trainer. I'm not a speaker. You take those tools and use them. Trust me, I'm using them at executive coaching level, $10,000 a month. It's the same shit. It's just you're not paying, so you're not appreciating it. But these guys up there take it really seriously, and they double, triple their businesses every single year, and I know it because they're focused. I need to drive that home because some of you are going to let this year go away because you're still an observer in your life. Participate more this year. Just set that intention. Oh my God, it will change your life. Be here. Like these kids, they're 3D. We will go watch Harry. What are we watching next? Was it Harry Potter? Can't remember. No, it was Island something. Johnny Depp. Yeah, thank you. I'm coaching them in the movies. Hey, did you check out, we could build a business there. Let's go do it. Yeah, let's go. Kids just like, oh, why do we need to do? They don't ask that question. Let's go play. You need to embrace that if you're going to learn more. Anyway, get this down. I'm not going to go into many, but I'll just touch on these 2. Number 1, the people that are high achievers. Now, I'm assuming all of us want to achieve. Who wants to achieve more this year? Put up your hand. Okay, so I'm talking to you. The rest of you can't be bothered. This is not for you. If you don't even put up your hand, you're not going to do anything. But selflessness is the biggest thing because you have to get out of your own way of thinking, and serve people in your business. You're going to be more successful. Last one is richness. You'll be more fulfilled by helping more people achieve what you promised them in your business. These 2 alone will tell you if you're on track. And here's my point. It's not even money correlated. So you don't have to get depressed when you're not making money in the first 2 days of your business because you're still learning it. But you are still knowing how to get richness by fulfilling customer experience. Okay? So, here are the habits that you need to focus on. I've talked about setting goals in 3 categories. Who got that? Experiences, growth, contribution. Good. How then do you do this on a week-to-week, day-to-day? So I'm talking to you, I'm assuming I'm going to put on peak performance executive coaching hat. Is that okay? I'm going to talk to you like you really want to crush it this year. Is that okay? Okay, I'm talking to the wrong people. You guys like, huh? Jesus. Everyone stand up. Come on, stand up. Up. Wow. I have a lot of work with these people. What do you think? Let me tell you a few things. You need to get your head right here. CEOs and peak performing business owners burn exactly, what's the word? Exactly the same amount of energy as elite athletes. Think about, this is neuroscience proven. So what does that mean? Elite athletes decide to be energetic in every moment of training so that they can perform at the gold medal level every single time. Yes. Now, that sounds a little bit out there for some of you, but I'm trying to tell you something. This is the top 15% of performing people in athletics. So what do? They train harder than most of you. They go and spend money on coaching, right? They go and eat. They're picky about food. I just spat everywhere. Is this still working? Okay. Yeah? They just do crazy ass shit. But the fact is they know they want to be in the top 15%. And at that level, I'm just trying to help you here. I hope this hits home for some of you. That's why you're standing. At that level, everybody's performing with high energy, right? Right? Right or right? So, the first and second and third place is like millisplit seconds. So imagine if that's a bank account now, and you want to be successful at $1 million, and your energy is at $2. Some of you are like this. Oh, yeah. I'm so motivated. So, here's what I know about coaching. What you do in this room is probably how you're treating your customers. You're showing up like this, and you're wondering why you're not selling. It's energy. It's energy. It's what? Energy. All right, so try and just do this. I know it's going to sound crazy, but be embarrassed. Nobody cares. Just go like this. One more time. You want to stand up? Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, let's do it. We'll do it together. Let's just freak everybody out. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, and then high five someone next to you like, boom. That's it. Yeah, okay, now sit down. Now, here's a little social study. How do you feel now? You see what I'm saying? That I had to control that because I'm a coach, but I do that for myself. Richard Branson is one of my coaches. He doesn't have time to fly to Bali all the time. He's busy. But he says, I expect you, Aaron, to show up. So, my challenge to you, all of you this year who's listening, show the freak out, man. Oh my God. Your energy is too low. You can't compete with me. I will crush you in business. Because I'm like, let's go. Oh, launch. You get me? Okay, I better move on. Shit. Okay. So, these are the habits that's going to help you. Number 1, did you see I just did that with you guys? I generated energy by going, ah, yeah? That's it. Now, don't go scream at home. People are like, what are you on? But just understand you need to be responsible. Number 2, raise necessity. I have a son to feed and lead, and I have Africans. So there's a lot of Africans. So I got to really build a big business. Measure everything you're doing. 4, develop influence. Guys, some of you are too scared to sell, and that's why you're small. If you're going to grow a big business, you have to influence people. So learn people skills. Read those books I just gave you. Start there. Gratis. Oh, my favorite. Demonstrate courage. It's a bit weird to go, people go, oh, look at him, it's so weird. But let me tell you something else. It's also weird to be a successful business owner. There's only 20% of us outperforming the rest, but collectively we make all the money. It's insane, I know. But we are more courageous about risk than you are. That's it. So get courageous. Get what? Courageous. Get what? Courageous. You got to be more like her. Woo-hoo! Because if you're not, you're going to be more like everyone who's obese, divorced, complaining. You get it? Do you want that? No. So get crazy. Not too crazy maybe, but you know the way. Okay, to finish. I told you to stand up, but this is the technique. You just have to stand like a Power Ranger and go, I'm going to crush it. And just by doing this, it's proven in neuroscience, you feel better. Some of you are like this. You're fearful. You're scared. I've seen it already. You don't have to convince me. Get out. Open your chest and say, I'm here to serve you. What do you need? That's what I'm talking about. Is that helpful? Oh, shit. This is good. But we're not going to go into that. I'll just give you this one because it's good. So this is the formula I use in the first coaching session with my clients. Second, actually, but still, it's important for goal setting. Apply PFO. PFO means prolific something, I can't remember, I'm dyslexic. Primary field of interest. Guys, stop being a coach of this, a crystal healer of that, a psychotherapist of this, and an organic farmer of that. Too many things. Pick one focus of interest for 2018. Trust me, you will perform because the next thing I'll do is tell you to produce more in that area. If you do these 2 things alone, you're going to crush it. 5 minutes, 2 minutes, what do I have? I don't even know. I lost track. I just need 2, yeah? Demonstrate courage. Sometimes people look at lions and like, oh my God, they're going to eat me. But the fact is, if you show courage to lions, they leave you alone. Did you know that? No, you didn't know. You didn't know. But imagine if your dreams are the same. You think your dreams, oh my God, I can't achieve this. But then you just go, I'm here. I want that. Boom. You actually own it because you all deserve it. So this one I left out, but I want to talk about it from this perspective. The most top performers, the only common denominator they have, this is based on research. This is not Aaron Moshano just because I coach 400 people. This is research on millions and millions of peak performers around the world. They seek clarity. They don't complain. They seek clarity. They go get coaching. They go ask the questions to get the result because they know they have to grow. My question to you is, are you curious enough about success? If you're not, well, go sell typewriters, see how that goes. So, second last. Remember I said take your time with success? Not everyone learns at the pace I do. I'm dyslexic. I just need pictures. And apparently it's good for business. I don't know. But I don't know what that means, but it doesn't matter. Point is, there's just a journey we all have to go through. So I've shared some concepts there. Who's got some value today? Great. And I'm on the journey for 1 hour of completion. So, but some of it you know mentally, but you're unconsciously incompetent because you haven't practiced it. You understand what I'm saying? So you need to go into practice mode. You need to go into what? And practice, and then get yourself consciously failing around, selling. Oh my God, that was so bad. Oh my God, call your coach, whatever. Keep practicing, and then you get more confident. And before you know it, you're consciously competent. I speak in front of thousands of people now, but I'm an introvert. We're just talking to Julie about that. I had to learn this skill. Anyone can learn any skill. You can't tell me an introvert can do this, and then you're like, well, I'm not born to be like you. Well, I wasn't born to be like me, so what's the point? What's your point? Just get busy. And then you become unconsciously incompetent. Guys, I have content coming out of my mouth, yeah? I've done this so many times, that's all. More times than most. Get busy. So, to close, I'd like to invite some of you. Now, I usually have a smarter person to do this, but he says, no, Aaron, you learn. So here I am, deep dive. We are, I don't even remember what I'm supposed to talk about here. Oh, yeah. We have a deep dive. One of them is starting tomorrow, and will be around planning for achievement. So I've shared, you guys got value, right? So what we do tomorrow for an hour is I just go deeper into how to plan. So I gave you those 3 goals, but there's actually 11 components you need to go into. I just can't do that in a free session because some of you won't do anything with any of it anyway. But those of you that might be interested, for $1 only, we're actually inviting people into a tribe where we have these monthly deep dives. Okay, and it's around specific skill habits. Around specific what? These skill habits is the game. 15% of top performers just practice things. So last year I was selling theory and concepts, and I was talking to my friend about that. But the fact is, guys, that's just more information. You can Google that on YouTube. The fact, what are you going to do, and where do you focus? That's what the deep dive is about. So for $1, and then it's $29 every month from there, we basically go into a deep dive. I'll be doing it at 9 a.m. You can write it down, Bali time. You get a link from someone, I don't know. Call my business, they know better. I don't know anything. See, you don't have to be smart. And then you also get a free coaching session where you get more clarity from me at this stage. I'm still have no life. And we can deep dive into your circumstances and find out what you want. So if you're open to that next level, you can go ahead and book that through me or Jennifer. I need your help with this because I'll give you the paperwork. You figure it out. Jennifer will do it. She's smart. Yeah? And then I'm doing a boot camp. This is the new thing this year. I'm so excited. In March, we're going to do a boot camp. Who's ever been to a boot camp? Okay, good, my man. Is it like soft and cuddly? Okay. I'm not soft and cuddly when I want people to transform. But was it rewarding by the end? Yes or yes? Okay. So I learned I'm not part of this politically correct zone. I'm a boot camper, almost athletic coach style type of person. So for 24 hours, no, that's not true, 9 to midnight if we have to, we boot camp the crap out of you and your business. It's intense. But why spend a year when you can do it in a day? That's my theory. So to get free tickets to that, I think it'll be March 25th. I don't know what the price is. I don't know that. But for people in this tribe who are doing the deep dives, we'll be giving away tickets. So in closing, I want to leave you with this. And I told you this in the story. Thank you so much for your attention. Imagine you're writing a bestseller of your life, guys, and you're holding the pen. People don't even think they're doing that. Every week is a sentence. Every month or year is a chapter. Some of us have had some bad shit happen to us. I've got my African story, Cry Me a River, so does Oprah. But we keep replaying that year after year after year after year after year because we think we're not in control of the pen. The fact is you are, and as of today, I give you all full permission to take charge. To take what? And start living your life and start writing your bestseller. Guys, I have a Bali business, staff here all over the freaking world. I don't understand it. I'm African and I'm dyslexic. This doesn't feel normal to me. But I faked it till I made it. And my challenge to you is if I'm living and I'm a poor kid from Africa, you guys have a better passport than me. What the hell is the problem? You don't even need a visa to get to this country. You have no idea. I have to go through a medical check and all sorts of checks. Wow. Every time. That's why I had to buy a freaking business just so I can go through the diplomat section. It's intense. But so don't spare me the details about Kitas issues. 3 years standing. Thank you to everyone. Okay? Second last. I have to show you guys my baby. So cute. I just stopped the bullshit because I want to serve the world and I want him to remember me for what I did, not what I said. So the other quote I read, which I love, is, well done is better than well said. Oh, that's good. Write that down. Oh, it's just better. Well done. That's what I want him to tell me. I'll get emotional. Let's move on. Last. What do you want to be remembered for? Julie? Lisa? Gent? Jennifer? Yes? Mothers in the room? What do you want to be remembered for? The complainer? The poor excuse person? The addict like me? Or do you want to be remembered for the greatest version of you could put in this life? So thank you very, 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 very much for the time. I think I was a little bit off, but I'm very close, 5:09. I'm doing better. I used to do 2 hours of this. I want to say thank you, guys, and I want to acknowledge each and every one of you. You're great to me, and I'm going to get emotional. But the point is, set your goals around experiences, not around things you need to get to somewhere else, like money goals. That shit doesn't matter. It's experiences, and you can do it at $10, you can do it at 1,000. I fly front of the plane. I used to fly back the plane, but the point is I wanted to get to Bali. You get me? Don't get faked out. So I want to also say thank you to Julie, the Genius team. Please give a big round of applause to these guys, because these guys make me happen. I was like this poor guy going, please, give me a speech, give me a speech. They don't just do that, they feed me. Africans love food. I don't even need money. Don't feed me, then it's bribery. It's too much. I need to lose my weight, yeah? But thank you, Genius staff. You guys are so awesome. Thank you, Julie. She's actually new, but she's crushing it. And she kicks my ass, too. This is how these guys tend to work. But if you have any questions, I think I'll do the rest, yeah? I work here. This is like a network card thing. Just put in your contact details. You can network with each other. Is there like a question and answer?
Yes.
Oh, shit. Okay. How about I just like stop talking? Yep. Okay. Cool. Thank you, guys. And if you want to connect for the subscription or anything, come and speak to Jennifer, and she's going to help you because we're going to figure it out. Yeah. Thank you.
Right, thank you so much, and please give another applause. Big applause for Aaron. Yeah, right. Now we're going to have our questions and answer session. So for everyone here who have questions to Aaron, please speak up. There are mics on the table over there. And yeah, don't be shy. Speak your mind.
And ask questions about what habits you might need to do after today. That's probably going to be more powerful for you. That's just my new focus. What do you think you need to do moving forward? Ask me questions about that, because the information is overload. You can Google this shit. But what do you think you need to do in a habit that's going to make the biggest difference? So let me just frame the questions, yeah? Otherwise, trust me, it's not going to work. So any questions? Yes, Lisa.
Yes. What is
Talk to me, girlfriend.
What is your number one habit? What is the one habit that you've created that you know makes the difference?
We dance with no music with her. I love her. She's awesome. Okay. So the question was, what's the number one habit that
That you've introduced to your life that
Yeah.
has made the biggest difference?
last year or forever? Well, everything changed for me last year. I'm talking 10x. And this year I'm like, let's go 100, you know. So let me tell you what it is. You ready? Well, it's two parts, but I'll go with the first because it's intellectual. The second is emotional. Yeah? First part, increased necessity. Write that down. So the example my coach uses is if there's two people who are running in a race, everyone has got the same times, same skills, same everything, yeah? The person my coach will bet on is the one who goes to them and go, I'm doing this for my mom. I'm doing this for. That person is gonna beat the other because the necessity is higher to succeed. And this is why you saw me start with problems. No offense, Bali, there are problems in this life and there's nothing wrong. Have more self-esteem to acknowledge that. But once you do, you increase necessity to want to solve them. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're broke, own it. I used to say, I'm broke. That really got me out of my shit. People go, no, I'm a millionaire. I'm affirming it, and it's just law of attraction. But your vibration inside deep down is like, I don't deserve it, I don't deserve it, I don't deserve it. It's conflict. But if you're broke and you go, I'm broke, the universe goes, okay, present, what do you need now? You get it? Necessity. Number two is, again, to tell you a story later, he can if you want. I give you permission. Demonstrate, that's the word, demonstrate courage. Are you prepared to risk a little bit more than last year? To try that thing that you know you need to do. That thing that's keeping you back. That thing, you know that thing. Courage. So those are the two habits. But the habit, notice, is in demonstrating courage. So we went, remember that? That took a little bit of courage. That's a demonstration. But until then, it's just a thought process. You understand the difference? You had to do it to be courageous. It wasn't like, yeah, I could do that. Well, do it. Make sense? Cool, thank you. Great question. I'll take two more. I'm limiting because I got shit to do. Yeah. Two more. Courage. Ask that question.
Another question?
Ayo. I want an Indonesian like Gabby to ask a question. Yes. She's a client, so I can push her.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm Gabi. I am helping people to protect their wealth with Allianz insurance company. Yeah. Thank you, Marco. Aaron, how can you help us if each of one of us are in different situation, in different personal, and do you really think that you can help each of everyone, or you handpicked your clients? Thank you.
She asked some like questions. Last night, what time was that? We were at it. I was like, yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. Thank you. So the question was, do I think I can help each single person in this room, or are you talking about in our program? Because those are two different things. You're already in, so you guys are like, I'm like Papa Hen. Is that such a thing? I don't know. Anyway, we'll create it. Anyway, point is this. I know I can hopefully inspire. What's the word? Inspire you guys to take 20% from what I've taught you today. 20% means out of all the 10 tools, there were 10, I was counting, pick one and do it. If you can do that, I think I've helped you. Who would agree with that? But I can't. So here's what my coach says, which is now something I've learned after 10 years of coaching. Success in coaching isn't a matter of information. It's a matter of will. Meaning, will you act on that tool that I've given you? I can't do it for you. So the answer to Gabby's duality is no, then I can't feel fulfilled in helping you guys more because you won't even act on the basics. And I can't control that. I have to let that go. I'm a caring person, but that's just too far in the responsibility category. So my challenge again to you guys is, will you take action on the 10% I've taught you? And if you do, the answer is yes, because here's what I'm trying to tell you that's different for me this year compared to last. It's based on 20 years of neuroscience, habit science, psychology, neurology, and then they've researched over 2 million high performance people, and the thing that moves that needle, like the petrol, we're talking just inches, are those 6 things. Only those 6. So yes, I used to teach things like You gotta be yourself and focus on your strengths. But it doesn't correlate to peak performance. It doesn't even count. I used to teach like, you know, if you're this, then you're gonna have a tough time. It's true, but all peak performances also work on personal development, but it doesn't count. What counts is demonstrating courage. Is that making sense? So these 6 things will help you guaranteed. Every single person, whether you're 9-year-old to 72-year-old, they will move that needle into success for you. I guarantee that because it's based on the research around at the moment. Okay, so I hope that answered the question in 2 ways, but I don't know whether you take it and do something with it. That part is not my business. But if you're in my program, I'm talking to you now, you have to do it because our relationship depends on it. Yeah? Cool. One more question, yeah?
Yes.
Good questions this time. I like it. I'm really having to think. Yeah. One more question. You know me, I'm going to pick someone. I know who you are. You know who you are. You're holding a pen up like this, and your name starts with... yeah.
Don't be shy.
No, she's not shy. She's a businesswoman. She's just waiting for me to give her. May I, sir?
Okay, so you said, I think, okay, got to get it right in my mind, about picking one thing that you're really good at. What if you, like I've got about like 3 or 4 different business ideas in my head and I've been concentrating on one, but these other like 2 or 3 just go around in my head and I want to do them all. So what's your advice there?
Just kidding. Okay, so your question was you focused on one thing, but you ended up having more things as you go because you're really interested in other business ideas. Is that right? Right, cool. So all of us can fall into that trap. I call you serial entrepreneurs. I'll give you 2 forms of advice. In my concepts, I always encourage people to focus on one thing. However, creatives, if you've done the iLab here, they give you a profile. Creatives just can't do it. And I'm one of those. So what the strongest recommendation is, and this is just coming from me, I'm not your client, I'm not your coach, but if I were to coach you, I would strongly recommend we would look at it this way as a perspective. Earn the right to start your new business. Meaning, make the first business self-sufficient enough that you can then pivot into the next business, but the other one doesn't get destroyed. Because what creatives do is they start foundations all over the place, but no buildings at the end. So you're a champion at everything, but you're a master in none. So the best thing to do if you really are creative and you really, really want to be successful is build the first one really well and then start your second and third and fourth, and before you know it, like my coach recommended, Richard Branson, I told you, 400 companies and counting. So but he started with one company called Student, then Virgin Records, sold that, then boom, 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 boom. You get it? So if you don't believe me, there's the 7th tool, millionth tool. Losing Your Virginity is a great biography. But read it for this reference. You see how he started one company, failed at that, struggled, then he started next, and now he doesn't have to sell any. He just keeps building. In fact, he's at Virgin Galaxy now. That's his I don't know how many companies. It's insane. But I'm also the same, but he warned me of the same, so I was like all over the place. And he says, you got shit quality service, brother. Scale it back, prove to me that you can, get these reviews up, and then you can launch your next passion business. And what was funny is when I did that, now I even don't want more. I want to go deeper with my clients. I want to go deeper with my businesses. You understand? Does that help? Cool. So good luck with that. Thank you. Sudha? Okay. Thank you very much, guys. Stay focused, all right? Thank you. Oh, and see Jennifer. She knows everything. I don't know anything. See Jennifer. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Aaron. It's a very motivational speaking. And thank you, everyone, for making your time to come here. And please join Aaron's bootcamp tomorrow. And that's going to be like a very amazing workshop because you really have something in your hand to work on. And I believe that after coming back from this bootcamp, you're going to have like $100 million energy. And with that energy, please come to our networking events tomorrow. It starts at 7, and it's called Entrepreneur Social. Robert Epstein who is the CEO and also the founder of Salmon Project, will be the speaker, and he'll be sharing his experience about his project in the Salmon Foundation. So thank you very much for your time here. Please enjoy your meals, and also please use your discount coupons, and have a great evening. Thank you.